The NBA world went silent the moment Kevin Durant joked about baseball.
Our gymnastics team was so dominant that Kevin Durant told me he wants to play for them next year.
And LeBron laughed along, dismissing the very game that made him a billionaire as just basketball. But this wasn't just playful banter. It was a spark that lit a fire across the league. Shaquille O'Neal, four-time champion and one of the most dominant forces in basketball history,
blocked by Shaquille O'Neal. The MVP, the look in his face, the man wants a championship to finish this season.
wasn't laughing. What happens when the legends of the game decide to speak and the stars of today are caught in their crossfire? This is the story of respect, legacy, and a debate that has defined generations of basketball greatness. Shaq's reality check. When someone asked Shaq about load management, about modern players sitting out games because they're tired or need rest, his response was immediate and devastating. So you want me to pay you $30 million to play 30 games? Hell no. 80 games is fine because I did it. He didn't stop there. He started listing names that carry weight in any basketball conversation. Jerry West did it, Kareem did it, Magic did it, Bird did it, all the great legends before us did it. Think about what Shaq is pointing out. The players who built this league, who made it the global phenomenon it is today, played every single night. They didn't have the medical technology modern players have. They didn't have the training staffs, the recovery centers, the sports science departments, the private jets, the personal chefs. They made a fraction of what today's players earn. Yet somehow they showed up every night without complaint. When someone asked Shaq if he thinks there are too many games in an NBA season, his answer was simple. Nope. If we had to do it, they have to do it. No sympathy, no understanding, just straight facts from someone who dominated an era while playing through injuries that would have today's stars sitting out for weeks.
Shaquille O'Neal had surgery Monday on his right thumb. The Cleveland Cavaliers say they expect the veteran center will be sidelined for 6 to 8 weeks while he recovers.
The modern NBA wasn't going to take that lying down. Draymond Green fired back immediately, defending load management as necessary for player health. Austin Rivers went even further, saying the 65-game rule was ridiculous, then adding his own shot at the older generation. The older guys played all the games. That's cool, man. And now they walk around and their knees touch. That's the defense modern players are using. They're saying the legends destroyed their bodies, so why should we? They're acting like playing basketball for millions of dollars is some kind of sacrifice that requires them to preserve their health by sitting out half the season. Even Nikola Jokic admitted he doesn't think players should be forced to play if they don't want to. This is the reigning MVP essentially saying he'd rather sit out if he doesn't feel like competing. This is the mentality Shaq is attacking. And honestly, he's got a point. Because while modern players are complaining about their workload, they're making more money than ever before. The average NBA salary is over $10 million. Max contracts are pushing $60 million per year. And guys are sitting out games because they played 3 nights ago and they're tired. Meanwhile, fans who saved up for months to buy tickets, who took their kids to see their favorite players, who paid for parking and concessions and everything else, show up to empty jerseys on the bench. The podcast that crossed the line. Right around the same time Shaq was calling out load management, Kevin Durant and LeBron James were on LeBron's Mind the Game podcast taking shots at Michael Jordan. Not directly, of course. They're too calculated for that. But the message was crystal clear. Durant started talking about longevity, about how hard it is to keep playing year after year. Yeah, I'm 10, 12 years in. I got 4 MVPs and 4 championships. But do I still want to do this? You know what I'm saying? Because you know how hard it is. Some people say, I want to go play baseball, and then I want to come back. Well, some people say I'm going to go 22 straight. LeBron started laughing the moment Durant mentioned baseball. They both knew exactly what they were doing. They were making Jordan's retirement sound like he quit on the game, like leaving basketball was some kind of weakness, while LeBron's longevity somehow made him tougher or more dedicated. But here's the problem with Durant's cute little comment. It completely ignores the context of why Jordan retired in 1993. And that context changes everything. Michael Jordan didn't wake up one morning and decide he was bored with basketball. His father was murdered that summer. James Jordan was killed in cold blood during a robbery. The man who pushed Michael to greatness, who sat in the stands for every game he could attend, who talked with his son about dreams beyond basketball, was gone. And Michael Jordan, at the absolute peak of his powers, walked away from the game to honor his father's memory and pursue the dream they had talked about together. So when Durant casually throws out that line about playing baseball with a smirk on his face, he's not just being ignorant, he's being disrespectful. He's reducing one of the most painful moments in Jordan's life to a punchline for podcast content. And LeBron, sitting right there laughing along, co-signed every bit of it. Let's talk about when Jordan actually retired. Was it after a first-round playoff exit? After getting embarrassed in the finals? After his team fell apart around him? No. Jordan retired after winning his third straight championship. He reached the absolute pinnacle of basketball and did something Magic Johnson never did, something Larry Bird never did, something Isaiah Thomas never did, a three-peat. And he did it while dealing with the grief of losing his father just months earlier. The hypocrisy that exposes everything. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Look at who's making these comments about Jordan. Kevin Durant, one of the biggest quitters in NBA history. In 2016, after losing to the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals, Durant didn't go back to Oklahoma City and try to beat them. He joined them. He joined the team that beat him. The 73-win team that already had Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. That move is widely considered the most spineless decision in league history. Durant couldn't beat them, so he became them. And it didn't stop there. Since leaving Golden State, Durant quit on Brooklyn when the pressure got too intense. He demanded a trade because he couldn't handle being the guy in a major market. Then he went to Phoenix. This is the guy calling Michael Jordan a quitter for honoring his dead father's memory. Then there's LeBron. When things got tough in Cleveland the first time, he took his talents to South Beach on national television. When the Heat started declining in 2014, he bolted back to Cleveland. Then when that situation became difficult, he ran to Los Angeles. Every time adversity hit, LeBron found the nearest exit. Every time a team needed rebuilding instead of competing, he was already packing his bags. And now LeBron is questioning why championships even matter. On the podcast, he actually said he doesn't know why rings are discussed so much in basketball, why they're the be-all and end-all of everything. This is LeBron James, the guy who formed super teams in Miami and recruited stars to Cleveland and Los Angeles, suddenly acting like championships don't matter. Why? Because he knows he can't catch Jordan's 6 rings. So now he's trying to change the conversation to longevity and stats, the categories where his extra years give him an advantage. The mentality that separated generations. Michael Jordan never talked about basketball the way LeBron does. When asked about his approach to the game, Jordan's response was immediate. When I play hard all the time. There's no turn it on here, turn it off here. It's just 110% all the time. That's the difference right there. Jordan didn't view basketball as just a job or just a game. It was everything. His teammates saw it firsthand. One of Jordan's teammates told a story about his second year in the league. Jordan was hurt, playing on one leg the entire season, and he still played all 82 games. When someone asked him why he didn't just sit out, Jordan's answer was simple. How can I be the leader of the team and sit out? Y'all going through all the struggles, I gotta be there. Jordan explained his mindset from early in his career. He twisted his ankle, and a veteran teammate told him to come sit down, take it easy, protect himself. Jordan refused. No, man, I'm trying to make a name for myself. There's no way I can sit. I need to get out there and show what I'm capable of. I want to play. I want to win. I want to make an impact. When asked specifically about load management, Jordan's answer was definitive. It shouldn't be needed first and foremost. I never wanted to miss a game because it was an opportunity to prove myself. The fans are there to watch me play. I want to impress that guy way up on top who probably worked his ass off to get a ticket. He genuinely cared about the fan in the upper deck who saved up money to be there. He understood that being an NBA player is a privilege, not a burden. Larry Bird captured the old generation's mentality perfectly. A veteran once told him that if he expected to play a long time in the league, he better quit diving on the floor for loose balls. Bird thought the guy was crazy, because that's what basketball is all about. Leaving everything on the floor, playing until you can't play anymore, respecting the game enough to give it everything you have. That's why Bird only played 13 seasons. That's why Jordan only played 13 full seasons. They destroyed their bodies because they cared more about winning than longevity. They understood something Durant and LeBron don't. Basketball isn't about preserving yourself for year 20. It's about what you accomplish while you're there. The numbers that end. The debate Shaq pointed out something the modern players don't want to acknowledge. The money has changed the mentality. Players aren't sitting out because they're injured. They're sitting out to extend their careers, to squeeze out a few more years of massive contracts. What they're really trying to do is extend their career. The way the money's been going, depending on who you are, you're going to be able to make another $500, $700 million if you can extend your career 2 or 3 years. Michael Jordan never chased longevity, he chased perfection. Every single season, his goal was simple: maximize himself, maximize his team, win championships, dominate on both ends of the floor. Jordan played 15 years total, but really only 13 full seasons when you account for his retirements. In that time, he won 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs, 5 regular season MVPs, 10 scoring titles, and made 9 all-defensive teams. That's not just impressive, that's near perfection in every measurable category. Now look at Durant and LeBron combined. They've played 39 seasons between them, nearly 3 times as long as Jordan's peak years. And what did they have to show for it? 6 championships total, 5 MVPs, 6 finals MVPs, 5 scoring titles, 5 all-defensive selections combined. In almost 40 years of basketball, playing in an era with better training, better nutrition, better medical care, private jets, and every advantage imaginable, they accomplished less than Jordan did in basically a decade. Twice the time, half the results. That's not a debate. That's mathematics. And the debate over the modern NBA's legacy is far from settled. Will the new generation ever match the intensity, the killer instinct, and the fearlessness of Jordan, Bird, and Magic? Or is the game evolving into something that values longevity and stats over respect and heart? Every highlight, every stat line, every carefully curated moment will now be measured against decades of uncompromising excellence. The old guard isn't staying silent, and neither is the truth. The question is, how will the modern stars respond when the legend's shadow refuses to fade? What do you think? Is Shaq right about load management, or have the modern players figured out something the legends missed? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if this breakdown showed you what the mainstream media won't talk about, subscribe for more content that goes deeper than the surface-level narratives.